So we're going to be doing something a little different today. I'm going to be doing an amateur spotlight on some very talented fighters that I've got my eye on in the amateur weight classes in Australia. So this is just an amateur Australian MMA showcase. But these are just some guys I think are going to go really far. So I'm just going to start off with a guy I've been high on a lot and who is not getting the credit because Tapology has not updated his page. They have Zane Martin as 1-0. Not true. Like, this is just absolutely not true. He beat Isaac Herrera with a spinning back kick to the body. So he's 2-0 there. He beat Aiden Russell. He's 3-0 there. But he also had another Road to Hex fight where he won with an arm triangle. So he's actually 4-0 as an amateur. So this might be why the guy doesn't have any hype. But Zane Martin, he's a young guy. I think he might be 18, 19. Very young. Very good, very well rounded. He's got a junior bout on there, but that was like full contact as well. Like normally junior bouts are only body shots, but like this fight, like they were going to the head, like they were scrapping. And this was 2022, and he's improved a lot since then. I had the pleasure of watching his fight against Brandon Ferguson. Great performance, 30-27, just stuffed every takedown, showed good takedown defense. Trains at Freestyle MMA, which is obviously a gym that has a lot of good bodies that he can train with. You know, Alexander Volkanovski. Yeah, obviously has a lot of good bodies you can train with if you're a lightweight. A lot of good featherweights, good lightweights. Obviously, Alexander Volkanovski trains there. Colby Thickness trains there. Then you got like a lot of featherweights like Seb Saleh. You got Justin Van Heerden, Jarrett Wilbraham. You just got a lot of good bodies you can train with. So if you're and then you got like Kasib Murdoch, who's a really good prospect. Like there's a lot of good bodies you can train with there. So he's got all the right training partners to have. Very high level guys, obviously. Obviously, training partners can't fight for you, but I do like that he's got these high level training partners because I've heard about him. This guy is really good. Like this is from a gym full of like very talented UFC level guys with UFC fighters, obviously former one of the greatest fighters of all time. If somebody's telling me that like this guy's really good, then I'm gonna hype this guy up. 4-0, very good guy, good takedown defense, good striker, very young, athletic dude, seems super athletic. He's got a really bright future. Then I just wanted to give a showcase to two fighters, or even three fighters in the Australian amateur men's bantamweight division, Australia and New Zealand. First, I got to go Jesse Wynn because he beat one of the other guys on my list here. This guy's really good. Very good takedown defense. Very calm, collected guy. You know, he's got a very calm style, which I like. He seems like he's got a lot of calmness under the fire. Showed really good takedown defense. 6-1. Only lost competitive fight. So yeah, he's a really good fighter. I like what I've seen from him so far. Beat some really good guys. For the amateur scene. So yeah, this is a guy I think has a really bright future. Seems like he's pretty good. So it'll be interesting to see how he goes at pro because he seems to have pretty good cardio. But then moving on, obviously I got to mention the man here, John Ravioli, Aioli. I don't know if he is like planning to go pro or anything like that because he's doing a lot of stuff with Eternal, like doing like skits and he's like doing like. He's like the Bruce Buffer type shit. Like he's doing announcing and stuff like that. So I'm not sure if he is planning on going pro, if that's it for his career, or like what's happened. Maybe he's injured and he's just taking some time off. I'm not sure. But he's very talented, very good fighter as well. And then I also wanted to give a shout out to Lewis Christopherson. I've interviewed him before. He's very good. Lost to Jesse Wynn, but he's super young. He's going to be back. He already came back, got a finish a couple weeks ago. Very good guy, very talented guy to keep your eye on. Trains with Steve Erceg, and Steve Erceg has said this guy's better than I was at that point in my career, and I'm gonna take that. Like I'm gonna take that. You gotta hype him up. He's very good. It seems like he's becoming more well-rounded, which I like to see. And he's not even a bantamweight. He is like a flyweight. He said that he will eventually move to flyweight. So, you know, we're not really getting the best version of him. He's going to be a lot stronger. He's probably going to be a lot better at flyweight if he can make that weight class. Then we have Thomas Schellhammer, very good fighter. He lost his last fight by split decision. I didn't catch this fight, so I can't really speak on it at IMAF. But like his level of competition just speaks to it. A very good fighter. His brother's also a really good fighter. Uh, so yeah, like this guy's really good. Good submissions. Got good striking. Very well rounded. But he's very good. But he's not my number one amateur featherweight. Oh, sorry, that's the yeah. Well, here he is anyway. My number one amateur featherweight is Cage Fisher, though it has to be. I watched this guy fight last weekend. This guy is a fucking animal. Beat Max Davidson, who's 6-1, and he put on an amazing performance. Yeah, this guy doesn't get a lot of finishes, but that does not speak to how good this fucking guy is. Because I was watching this fight, he's pressuring forward constantly, just doesn't get out of your face. And he took that fight against Max Davidson on short notice, and he had obviously these fights are 9 minutes. You know, this is amateur fights; they're not free fives. But he was just constantly moving forward, throwing big bomb after big bomb, moving forward, taking shots, but just moving forward over and over again. Like that amount of pressure and pace is insane to have, especially on short notice. Insanity. And I don't know how he didn't finish that fight because he landed so many big shots, and it doesn't seem like he's a pillow-fisted guy. He seems like he's got power. But he mixes it up to the body well, has very good boxing. Reminds me sort of with the pressure and pace, reminds me a lot of Hyder Emil, but just a lot younger than Hyder Emil. Obviously, both featherweights, 19 years of age, still young, and he's already 5-0 as an amateur. Like he realistically could go pro if he wants, but he could also just get more experience as an amateur, and he's just gonna fucking maul people. Very good fighter. Someone you definitely got to keep your eye on. His brother Jet Fisher is also a fighter, so you always got to love when there's brotherly rivalry when it comes to this. Like they're probably trying to prove I'm the better brother. Oh no, I'm the better brother. Like I actually love that. I love to see stuff like that because I feel like it's going to make them train harder. They want to be the bet. Like they want to be known as so and so's brother. They want to be known. They want their brother to be known as. Cage wants his brother to probably be known as his brother. He doesn't want to be known as his brother's brother. If you get what I mean, maybe I'm not wording this properly, but you know what I mean? Like, I feel like with a lot of these brothers, they don't want to be known. Like, Nick doesn't want to be known as Nate's brother. He wants Nate to be known as his brother. There we go. I got it out. That should make sense. If not, I'll fucking just reword it in the comment section if nobody can understand. Very, very good guy. Next, I want to talk about this guy. Middleweight, Rowan Breed it. I hope I definitely butchered his name, but he's very good. Very, very good fighter. Had a great performance. I know 3-5, not the greatest record, but he looked really good. This guy's in the middleweight division. I know a lot of these guys aren't going to have great records, but really, really good guy. Just sub this guy immediately. Chin this guy. This guy looks very impressive. I know his level of competition isn't the highest, but it's the amateur middleweight division. I don't think you guys realize middleweight is not a stacked division at all. But I could see him beating a lot of the guys in the middleweight division in the pro scene. So this maybe is a bit of a premature one to do, but I think this guy is very good. And I also want to talk about a guy who I'm so high on in the lightweight division. This guy is just one of the most fun fighters to watch. Rang Dang. This is another real fun one. This wasn't the guy I was going to talk about. This guy's also really fun. He's going pro very soon. Lots of power. Very powerful guy. Very, very long, lanky guy. I don't know how he makes lightweight. This guy's massive. Does it say? Yeah. He's got a 78-inch reach at lightweight. He's 6'3". 24 years old, powerful dude, big guy as well. Maybe his legs aren't that big, so that's how he makes the weight class. But his upper body is fucking massive. It's insane. Turns out to have a good gym as well. Very, very good striking. Takedown defense looks pretty solid too. I can see this guy just knocking out a lot of people out. The lightweight division in Australia is fucking insane. I think this guy is going pro his next fight. But Rang Deng is a guy to definitely keep your eye on. Very fun fighter. Very powerful guy. It's I feel like to beat this guy, you got to chin him because he doesn't stop. He's fucking good. We'll see. It'll be interesting to see how he does in 5-minute rounds. But yeah, he hasn't shown any reason to be worried about his cardio. He gets taken down, he gets right back up. He's got good get-ups. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see how his career plays out, especially the cut to lightweight. And then I also wanted to talk about, where is he on now? Damn, how they have not ranked him properly if he's this low down, unless I've missed him. Okay, I've surely missed him. This can't be right. Okay, I'm just gonna have to look him up because yeah, yeah. Oh, they don't have him ranked at. Okay, so Tapology's actually fucked up here. They've put Aiden Todoroff as a pro. He's not a pro. His last fight was an amateur fight. That's where the that's why I couldn't find him. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. Aiden Todoroff, this guy's a fucking beast. Wyatt Fraser is also a really good fighter, like very good. It says 0-1. He's not. He's 5-1 or 5-2 now. He beat some really good guys. Like this guy's really good, and I rate him pretty highly. Very good grappler. Aiden Todoroff in all of his fights has to have guys shoot on him every single fight. Larot shot on him. Actually, yeah, even Dean Troman shot on him. This against Alex Torres, he got taken down in that fight, but he did get up a lot. Like that's the thing. He's been shot on that many times, and I thought he beat Narik to Mayan. This guy's Armenian, a very good wrestler, trains with like Cody Haddonfield and Southfield. I thought Aiden Todorov won that fight. Like his takedown defense is looking improved, and when he gets taken down, he does have a good ability to get back to his feet. He's full action. He throws fucking heavy hands. It's weird because he's sort of got like his boxing. I would say is like sort of like he's sort of got that similar style to like Gregory Rodriguez, but as a lightweight. You know, Gregory Rodriguez is like just full power shots. That's sort of what he does. Seems to have good cardio. Gets shot on a lot. Like a lot. Like every fight, every single person he's fought has shot on him, which is crazy. Like, but yeah, like every fight, everyone's shot on him. And against Wyatt Fraser, I feel like that was his best performance against his best opponent by far. Like he's improving his takedown defense is getting better and better because everybody's shooting on him. I've seen that he's training at Gladiator Wrestling, so he's doing some wrestling. You know, he's having some wrestling matches. He's trying to get, you know, he's really working hard on his takedown defense. I've heard that this guy trains like 6 days a week. Just doesn't fucking stop. He's always training. He's always just thinking about fighting. And I love a mentality like that because I think obviously he beat the Narek guy, so he is, in my opinion, 5-1 as an amateur. So like that is a pretty good record, but I feel like people won't tell the full story because they'll see this split decision loss. But I watched this fight live. I really do think he won that damage. He did so much more damage. Man's got very heavy hands, mixes it up to the body well. Against Amin Larot, he was piecing him up to the body. And then finished him against the cage. And like, yeah, this guy's brutal. He's not even a lightweight. He is a lightweight, obviously, but he can make featherweight. He's talked about wanting to go to featherweight. That's probably where he'll have his pro career, which is good that he's fighting these bigger guys, getting his takedown defense. Because most guys at featherweight don't really shoot. You don't really have many featherweight wrestlers. So I like that. I feel like that's going to help him down the road. Like down the line, he's already going to have solid takedown defense against these bigger dudes. And then it's going to be like really interesting. Like I feel like he's going to do his best work in 5-minute rounds as well because this guy seems to have a pretty good gas tank. He's pushing forward. I feel like he'll be able to break people. But yeah, he's not a pro. Definitely not a pro now, but he will be a pro very soon. But yeah, these are just some amateurs in the Australian scene I thought you guys should check out. Just amateurs, no like pro in the regional scene or anything like that. Maybe I'll make a separate video if you guys like this. But yeah, I just wanted to give a quick shout out to some of these guys because yeah, there is some absolute beast in the amateur division. And if I didn't include someone, it doesn't mean that they're not a promising prospect. I maybe just haven't watched them fight, or I just haven't been, you know, impressed with some of these guys to the level of these guys. Like some of these guys might have really good records, like be like, you know, like undefeated, have a big record, but I'm not going to just put them there because they're undefeated. I actually need to be impressed with their performances. So yeah, if there's like some guy who's like got a long record or something like that, maybe I just haven't watched him fight, or I just wasn't as impressed as his record would make you think. But yeah, anyway, that's all I want to say. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you like this video, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Thank you.